Welcome to Smex Ed. Class is in session.
I'm your host, Amanda King, and I'm here to teach anybody who wants to fucking listen how to have the audacity to say fuck it to societal standards and live their most authentic life. This podcast is dedicated to bringing the sexual conversations we have behind doors onto the main fucking stage. Because sex, masturbation, squirting, guess what? It is all normal. And by bringing these conversations to the forefront, we help people feel less alone in this world. We help them feel safe. We help them gain their power back. We help them step into their confidence and express themselves sexually in this world unapologetically. Because it takes fucking audacity to be your truest self. And we have a boatloads of audacity all up in this bitch. So let me ask you this. Are you ready for some epic shit?
What are nipple clamps and how do we use them? So nipple clamps are a gender neutral toy that are meant to enhance sensation during nipple and or breast play. So you can use this during solo play or partner play. They are very popular in the BDSM community, but people who do not participate in BDSM still love nipple clamps. Now, the purpose of them is to apply pressure to the nipple area in order to cause blood flow to go to that area. And we all know from past lessons that when blood flow goes to an area, it makes that area more heightened and more sensitive. So this can help people achieve nipple orgasms. So how do you use them? Nipple clamps come with this rod that tightens and or loosens the clamp on the nipple. So these two prongs you open up, you place your nipple inside of the clamp, and then you determine what pressure you would like. It is a pinching sensation. And if you put it on and you're like, I'm not, like this isn't doing anything for me, you begin to tighten this knob, which increases the pressure on your nipple. So clamps typically look like this. They can also have vibrating components. So they can have a bullet vibrator at the end. So you get the pressure from the nipple clamp as well as a vibrating sensation up and down the toy for your use. There are 4 different types of nipple clamps. These ones are adjustable and they're great for beginners because once again, you can adjust the pressure. There are spring-loaded nipple clamps, which provide a consistent pressure the entire time that they're on. Magnetic nipple clamps are more for your advanced users because the magnets go on each side of your nipple and start pushing against your nipple because they are attracting to each other. And then nipple clamps with added chains and or weight to add pressure pulling downward. Reasons why nipple clamps are so popular or people really like them is heightened sensitivity to the area, because remember, blood flow to the area increases sensitivity, increases the ability to have a nipple orgasm. Number 2 is pleasure through pressure. For some people, pain is a way of feeling pleasure because when you're in pain, it does release endorphins into your body, which can cause pleasure. So there is a line between pain and pleasure that a lot of people like to explore with. Aesthetic appeal. Some people just like the way the nipple clamps look on themselves or their partners during it, which causes extra arousal. Power dynamic play, like in BDSM, the person wearing the nipple clamps gives control of the pain and pleasure they feel to their partner. If you are interested in exploring nipple clamps and never have before, here are some tips to use and or some safety tips. Number 1, start very slow. All beginners should be using adjustable, like we said, nipple clamps and start at the lowest pressure and work their way up. Limit the duration that you wear nipple clamps. They should be worn at most 10 to 15 minutes. If you wear them longer, they can cause numbness and possibly damage. Aftercare. Once the nipple clamps are removed, make sure to rub and massage the nipples to restore blood flow to the area. And that is all that I have for you today. I will leave a link below of some vibrating nipple clamps that are from Too Timid. They have the bullet vibrators. You can go onto Too Timid's website and literally just Google on their website, search on their website nipple clamps, and it will show a variety of ones that you could use. Make sure you take your time with them, and always exploring with oneself first is always the way to go, in my personal opinion, when it comes to adding new toys or anything new sexually, so that you get comfortable with how it feels, how it looks on you, playing with the toy yourself before you give control to a partner to do it. That's just my 2 cents. You don't have to follow it, but always safety is key, so I want to mention that. Actually, one more thing. If you were looking at using nipple clamps, but the idea of something clamping down on your nipple is a little scary, you could always look for nipple suction kits. They look like this. They can be in smaller sizes, bigger sizes. Basically, you just wet the area and you place it against the area, you squeeze, and it applies pressure to the area so your nipple would be sucked on. It kind of does the exact same thing. It's just a little...
Thank you so much for listening to Smex Ed with Amanda. And some parting words for you today. Remember this: no matter how hard society pushes you down, no matter how many times you fall, as long as you get the fuck back up, they can never stop you. You are unfuckable with. You will win. Don't allow this world to dictate how you show up in it. Don't allow society to make you bend the knee. Instead, make them bend theirs. And don't forget, if you like what you heard, go on to iTunes and Spotify and leave your girl a review. Until next time, my beautiful people.